Hello Pisces, it's December 2016. Dadhichi here from astrology.com.au. Thank you for tuning in, to all of you that have been regular visitors. I do appreciate that. It's sort of silly sitting here talking to the eye of a camera, but it's nice to know there's someone, at least one person on the other side of the camera listening to what I have to say. And it is a pretty big month for you. It's been a pretty big year or so because you've still got Saturn transiting there in the upper part of the horoscope, and the big news right now for you is the fact that the new moon, which took place right at the fag end of November, occurred next to this planet Saturn. So for many of you, my prediction is that this is going to shake things up in your professional life, because this transit of Mercury, new moon, Saturn and the Sun, all taking place in Sagittarius, which is your place of profession and work. And you've got your ruler Neptune still very slowly winding its way through your sun sign. So that's also in the right angle to these planets, causing a challenge to you. So your ideals, as I've mentioned to some of you before in the past, have been very much challenged by the practicality of the situation. And having Saturn receive the conjunction of transiting Sun on the 10th is a little bit weighty. It makes it a little bit somber. You may not be feeling really as upbeat as you would like to think around Christmas. So as I said to one of the previous star signs, this is all about the spin you put on it, all about the attitude you bring to the circumstance. You have to look at this, especially the new moon, as a vitally positive shift in perspective and opportunity. The new moons are significant for most of us, but for the water signs especially, and especially you, moon is ruling your fifth house. The fifth house is your creativity. It's also the future karma planet for you, Pisces. So having that new moon, which is a brightening moon in the 10th house of career, then straight away within a day or two you're going to see it in your 11th house, bringing all its good qualities there to Pluto and Venus in your 11th house. That's showing some fulfillment, even though it may be a small win. A small win is better than none. So you need to look forward to that and keep connecting with your creativity, because that's what is shown by that fifth house, the inner child, and your mothering instincts too. Now that sounds like it's diametrically opposed, but it's not. The mothering instinct should be how you nurture that inner child within yourself. You're the parent and the child in this situation, and this is very intimately linked to your professional activities. And so that is where I'm suggesting you bring those nurturing skills, watering that seed of creativity to really bring you in 2017 to that place where you feel really expressive about who you are through the work that you're doing. So, if you're not comfortable there, this is the sort of change that can take place through the new moon and all of those planets there occupying the 10th house. Venus moves to the 12th house. 12th house is travels, journeys, also inward reflection. You have Mars there, another favourable planet for you, showing your need to get away from everything. And solitude will definitely be part of the agenda, especially leading up to Christmas, where we do see the Venus trine Jupiter aspect. It's a beautiful aspect that takes that energy into the 12th house, giving you a love of solitude, maybe a time for reflection with all those other problems that we're seeing in your work. And then Jupiter, which is partly your ruler, along with Neptune, in the opposition aspect to Uranus in the latter part of the month, 27th, leading up to that, some very unusual financial issues may rear their head. So you have to be prepared for that. But the retrogression, we see the retrograde Mercury, 7th ruler of your horoscope, relating to partnerships, and your most significant partner would be your spouse or your husband, perhaps relating to their circumstances financially and professionally as well. So you may need to assist them, encourage them, and that's also shown by the 12th house, which is a house of charitable work, and you know, stranger to that, being the 12th sign of the zodiac, this is one of your signature traits, correct? So that's something with respect to Mercury that's going to continue into the new year. Best not to make any decisions, and if you even have to advise people, it's best to listen and not sort of obligate yourself to advice that they act upon prematurely, or which you may not really be in receipt of the information either. So take your time even with advice. That's the best advice I can give. Fortunately, I'm not giving that advice on the retrograde Mercury yet. So Merry Christmas. Hope it's a great one for you. I look forward to seeing you again in the new year, Pisces. In the meantime, do pop into astrology.com.au. We're about to put up the yearly forecast for all the 12 signs, yours included. I'll see you in the new year. Bye-bye for now.